Alright, boys and girls, and welcome to Chord on Guitar. So Joshua Bassett here with a song called Crisis. So this one is a great song here that makes picking here with strumming. So that's nice. And yeah, never waste a crisis. A famous person said that. Look it up. Great words there. So let's look at the chords. No need for any capo. We have 5 different chords, and let's start with D. So that is open D, second G, third B, and second E. Alright. Next chord will be G. So third on E, second A, open D, open G, third B, and third E. Then we have B minor. So you bar the second fret here from the A string and down. So that means 5 strings. And the rest will be 4th on D, 4th on G, and third on B. Yeah, so that's B minor. Then we have F sharp minor. So you bar still the second fret, this time all strings. And the rest will be 4th on A and 4th on D. And then we have the final chord, which is the A. Okay, so that is open A, second D, second G, second B, and open E. Alright, so this song starts here with the picking pattern here. So I'm gonna go through the different chords here, how you handle them first, and then we're gonna look at the chord progressions and stuff. So let's look at the D here. And for the D in the verse, we have one version of playing the picking here, and for the D in the chorus we have another. So this one first for the verse will be like this. Okay, so one round that is one round. Okay, so that will be 5th on the A string, then 4th on D, then back to 5th on A, and open G. So that is one round. Okay, the next chord here, the G chord, you will play just like this. Okay, so that is 3rd on E string in the bass and 2nd on the G string. Right, the next chord here, the B minor, you will play this. So that is 2nd on A and 2nd on G. Then we have the F sharp minor, like that. So you just go up one string here, so you play the 2nd on the E string in the bass and the 2nd on G. So you alternate in these two. And then we have the A, okay? It's like that. So it's open A string, and you alternate that with the 2nd G. Okay, and then we have the final chord, which is D again. This time is how it's done in the chorus. Okay, so it's like that. So that is open D, and you alternate that with the 2nd G together with the 3rd B. So now you're playing these 2 strings together like this. Okay, so now we have all tools we need for the picking here. We will come to the strumming later, but it starts with the picking here. So the verse starts in D here, so that means you're gonna use this pattern here. So for this D you will play 4 rounds. 2, 3, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then you shift to G 8 times, then B minor 4 times. And notice here you can still keep your finger here. I use my middle finger for the 2nd fret G string to just keep it there and go around with other fingers and changing the bass here for the different chords. So after the G comes the B minor, so I keep my middle finger there on the second G, and I just play the second on A string 4 times. Then the F sharp minor, I move up, play 4 times, and then the G for 8 times. So it's pretty easy there. If you keep your finger there on the second G, you can just move here from G to B to F sharp to G. It goes like around like this, okay? Just a technique tip there, okay? So let's go through the different chords now in this chord progression. So it was 4 rounds of the D, then 8 Gs, 4 B minor, 4 F sharp, and 8 Gs. So something like that, okay? So you play that for 2 rounds, this chord progression. So after this comes, we're still in the first verse. A, you play that for 4 rounds. So then comes the B minor for 4 rounds. And then a G for 8 rounds. You play that for 2 rounds, so A, B minor, G. Alright, so that is the first verse. So just to repeat everything now, we have kind of 2 different chord progressions here in the first verse. The first one is D 4 times, G 8 times, B minor 4 times, F sharp 4 times, and G 8 times. That chord progression you're going to play for 2 rounds. And the next chord progression will be A for 4 times, B minor 4 times, and G 8 times. You're going to play that for 2 rounds as well. Okay, and that makes up for the first verse. Then comes the chorus here. Okay, you're going to continue the picking here. And it starts with D, but now it's the other variation of D here when we play the chorus. It's this one. You're gonna play that for 8 rounds. Then comes G, 8 times. And then comes B minor 4 times. Then F sharp 4 times. And G 8 times. Okay, so it goes like this. And then around there. And when you land here on the last G here, you're not gonna play 8 rounds. Instead, you're gonna play 5 rounds. Okay? You're gonna play 5 rounds of this with a small break after it. So it will be like this. And then you're gonna end with a D when it sings "To Waste a Crisis." And when you play this D, you're gonna play for 3 rounds. And this D, you're gonna use the one you use in the verse. And a short break. Okay, so the ending there was the final chord here, the G from this chord progression you use in the chorus. You play that with 5 times and a small break. And then you're gonna end with another D there, but you use the D from the verse and you played it for 3 rounds with a small break. And that leads you to the second verse. Okay, so for the second verse, we have the same chords there as in the first verse. We have it for 2 rounds. We don't have this chord progression with the A, B minor, and G. So you have just the D, G, B minor, F sharp, and G. That for two rounds, and that is the second verse. Okay. Here you can choose to continue playing the same way you played the first verse with the picking, or you can choose to play a strumming pattern. Okay. So this strumming pattern is very, very easy. It's just built upon downs and ups in the same way here. So you're gonna basically play down up 4 times. Okay. So if we take the D here, for instance, that is the first chord. It will sound like this. Okay. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That is one strumming round. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And we emphasize the third down here. And that is emphasized because the beat is on that down. Okay. So. Right. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That is one strumming round. So if you choose to play the strumming here, you will play 2 rounds of D, 2 rounds of G, 1 round of B minor, 1 round of F sharp minor, and 2 rounds of G. So one chord progression will sound like this with strumming. G, G, B, F sharp, and G, G. Another round. B minor, F, and G. Alright, so that is the second verse. And then comes the second chorus. It will be same, but you can choose to play the picking here or the strumming. And if you choose to play the strumming here, you are gonna play 2 rounds of D, 2 rounds of G, 1 round of B minor, 1 round of F sharp minor, and 2 rounds of G. And that will sound like this. D, G, G, B minor, F sharp minor, and G. 2 times. Okay. And then and so on. Yeah. So that is how you do the second chorus. Okay. And you end this second chorus here with a D. So after you play these 2 rounds of this chord progression, you just end it with a D when it sings 2 ways a crisis. And when you end this with a D, you just play 1 down on the D and a small break there. Then comes a bridge part here in the lyrics. Weren't you the one who left in the first place? Okay. So for this one, you're just gonna play 1 down for each chord. And the chords are D, F sharp, then G, B minor, F sharp minor, and G. Okay? And that leads us to the third and final chorus here. It will be played in the same way as the second chorus we just played here. So you can choose to play the strumming or the picking here. So that is how this song ends by Joshua Bassett called Crisis. So good luck with this one, guys, and see you soon. And don't forget to subscribe and play tuned.